He's not going to see women anymore.
Let's see. These are the charges that were read when he first was charged. These were all the charge. Well, actually, the juror's going to read the plea, and they're going to list all the charges. So here's all the charges and which ones he was found guilty of.
The state of Nevada plaintiff versus Orenthal James Simpson, defendant. Verdict: we, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, as follows. Count 1, conspiracy to commit a crime. Guilty. Count 2, conspiracy to commit kidnapping. Guilty. Count 3, conspiracy to commit robbery. Guilty. Count 4, burglary while in possession of a deadly weapon. Guilty of burglary while in possession of a deadly weapon. Count 5, first-degree kidnapping with use of a deadly weapon. Bruce Frohman, guilty of first-degree kidnapping with use of a deadly weapon. Count 6, first-degree kidnapping with use of a deadly weapon. Alfred Beardsley, guilty of first-degree kidnapping with use of a deadly weapon. Count 7, robbery with use of a deadly weapon. Bruce Frohman, guilty of robbery with use of a deadly weapon. Count 8, robbery with use of a deadly weapon.
My God.
Alfred Beardsley, guilty of robbery with use of a deadly weapon. Count 9, assault with a deadly
I get it.
weapon.
They threw the
Bruce
book at him.
Frohman, guilty.
Okay, yeah.
They threw the book at him.
12 felony counts, all, and the thing that's killing him is the deadly weapon, the gun.
Well, that's why it's called a deadly weapon, Don.
Right, I understand that. But, you rob somebody with no weapon, it's not nearly as bad as robbing somebody with a gun, and kidnapping and assault and all of this stuff, all with a deadly weapon. This guy's going to prison for a long time, and the happiest person in the world right now is Fred Goldman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he said, did you hear what he said, or did you have a clip there?
Of Goldman?
I thought you paused for a clip. Yeah, he said that he wished OJ would get a cell with a view of a golf course. That's what he said.
Yeah, maybe he'll see his wife's killer out there running around.
Hey, look, there he is.
Yeah.
Look out the window.
Yeah, I heard he's totally isolated from the rest of the prison population for his own safety because it's just not.
Do you really think that the people in prison wouldn't just fall at his feet?
Oh, I'm sure they would. I would think.
They'd worship him out here.
He's still going to have money.
Well, I mean, aside from the money, I read actually that money in prison now is in the form of tins of mackerel.
Yeah?
Yeah, tins of fish because nobody will eat them. So they can accumulate them. That's money now in the prison system. It might as well be money out here in America now. You might as well start trading fish. But anyway, don't you think so, though? Even without the money, dude, he got away with it for 13 years. Right? He's O.J. Simpson. Even if he didn't get away with it, dude, it's O.J. Simpson. Remember how he used to play football?
Yeah.
I mean, we old folks, we remember. He was a hell of a player. So, I mean, you'd think that, shit, he'd be all right in Gen Pop. He'd probably run the place. Look out.
Probably.
Simpson, O.J. Simpson, he is just as sly as he can be. When you're O.J. Simpson, have a little bit of court time, a little jail time, he will be doing time.
All right, so I guess O.J.'s done and over.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Let's see if he finds himself getting in trouble in prison. Might start a riot over some fruit cocktail or something.
Well, he's going to prison for a while.
Yeah,
you would think there's any question. All right, listen. There's a sport that is just exploding. I mean, it's been exploding. It's becoming enormous. And, of course, I'm talking about MMA.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts. And for guys like me, when you got this girl, Gina Carano, kicking everybody's ass, you got me. I'm a fan.
Well, she is amazingly hot. And, it's not even so much that she's amazingly hot. She is a hell of a fighter, dude.
Yeah, that's just it.
She beats the crap out of people.
How can you be that hot and that tough at the same time? It's just that's not right.
You better be.
I wouldn't want to fight her.
I wouldn't fight her. She'd beat my ass.
Well, I might like it.
She'd beat my ass. I wouldn't. Man, she hits hard. You see the faces of these people after she's done with them? She swells them up.
She is really just so damn pretty.
I typically don't care for the mixed martial arts stuff because a lot of those fights just end up with two guys laying on each other into a death hold for 20 minutes. It gets boring. But she stands up and she goes to town on these people. See, I'm a big boxing fan. I like boxing. I'd like to see the sport get a little bit of a comeback here.
No.
But, yeah, the MMA's killing it. Plus, there's no real charismatic boxers.
Look, I'm the same way. I was a huge boxing fan, and they've lost me, man. I'm just sick. It sucks.
There's nobody there.
Well, it's not only that, but even when there is, they're ducking whoever else's might be there.
Well, it's just too many different belts now. That's the problem. There's too many organizations. We should be just WBA, WBC, like it used to be, and that's that. And then
it's just too much crap.
Yeah, there's crap everywhere.
All right. Anyway. So Gina Carano was part of the MMA Elite XC CBS.
Yeah, otherwise known as God, please everybody watch this. We've sunk a ton of money in it and it's failing badly.
Well,
they didn't have the audience, especially after the last time when it looked like that fight with Kimbo Slice was a fix. You know? And this time,
this one, the main event didn't help him on this one because Kimbo Slice was supposed to fight Ken Shamrock.
Who bowed out.
Yeah, because he got a cut over his eye while he was warming up sparring that day. What?
In other words, I don't want to be a part of this BS.
Yeah, and I bet if he watched it, he's wishing he would have.
CBS put money, well, maybe they didn't directly put money, but they're banking on Kimbo Slice beating these meat bags up, right? And having him go in and fight old-ass Ken Shamrock and winning would have been huge for them. They would have set this program off. CBS hasn't done fights in how long?
Right.
How long? I mean, it's been 25 years since there's been boxing on regular television or any kind of fighting on regular television.
Well, I, for one, love the announcer.
Okay.
Their choice for the announcer was Gus Johnson.
He's good.
It's bizarre. I'm going from Gus Johnson doing college basketball to Gus Johnson doing MMA.
Yeah, Gus Johnson's
It's bizarre.
Good. He's terrific.
He is. I love the guy. And he just makes this so much fun, and this is why we're getting into this. I mean, really, if it weren't for Gus Johnson, I don't even know if we'd be talking about it. But I have become an MMA fan.
I watch it. I haven't come around to it yet because, I like to see, like I say, I like boxing. They're going to stand up there and hit each other.
Right.
They're not going to be clenching each other. That's
I don't know, man. I like some of that stuff, though.
Sometimes.
Some of that jiu-jitsu and all that.
Sometimes.
I tell you what, man, some of the things when they're in the middle, you're talking about them being on the ground, hugging each other. Some of the things they're trying to do is amazing.
Yeah, I guess.
And the holds and everything.
I'm looking at it, though, and I'm going, okay, they haven't moved in 5 minutes. I know they're in there doing these weird thumb holds and all these, ancient Chinese fingernail holds that are putting excruciating pain into this guy, but it just looks like a couple of dudes playing turtle.
Stop. All right. If you didn't see the fight, you can see it on YouTube. But more importantly, you got to hear the audio.
Yeah, here it is. Here's the fight.
The fight.
Here's the fight.
I'm not even gonna. If you haven't seen it, you don't know anything about it. I'm not even gonna tell you how long this fight actually lasts. I'm just gonna play it for you. Here we go.
Kimbo Slice, his fourth appearance inside the cage against Seth Petrucelli, who showed up at the arena tonight and found out that he would be part of the main event. 3 5-minute rounds.
Fighter, are you ready?
And it's about to get serious. Slice quickly across. Slice goes down. Slice in trouble. Oh my goodness. Slice gets pounded out. And they stop it. Rocky is here.
Gus is rolling.
Shocks the world. Kimbo Slice is shooting on the referee. He's trying to get the referee down. The most incredible victory in the history of mixed martial arts. Seth Petrucelli. It can happen. Believe. This is what mixed martial arts is all about. If you have a dream, if you're willing to step into a cage and fight for your life, you can be anything you want.
Gus was on fire.
Who was the guy? I don't know who the guy was with Gus.
Oh, some MMA guy, some pug.
He said the last thing there, and that was the fun. First off, you had Gus Johnson with
Rocky! Rocky is here!
This goes to show one thing for sure. It's one thing to fight some drunken asshole in somebody's backyard that you outweigh by 150 pounds on YouTube. It's another thing to get in the ring with these guys that train and know how to fucking knock you out.
Right.
Bye-bye, Kimbo Slice.
But anyway, my favorite thing there at the end is Gus's sidekick.
If you have a dream, if you're willing to step into a cage and fight for your life, you can be anything you want.
Oh, the humanity.
Right. Exactly. Oh, that's great. That is great. Now, after the fight's over, they get in there and Seth Petrucelli is officially announced the winner by technical knockout. And Gus Johnson is then going to talk to
Kimbo,
Seth and Kimbo. And when he talks to Kimbo, I'm not going to tell you what he says, but Kimbo doesn't give a damn, doesn't care, doesn't know.
He's paid, babe.
He doesn't know who Gus Johnson is and doesn't give a damn who Gus Johnson is. And just takes the microphone away from Gus Johnson and turns into the night's MC.
Gus Johnson should have knocked him out. As you see, it's not too hard.
Right. And it only took 14 seconds. 14 seconds.
Yeah.